Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Green Men Gaming Bundle Nacon Collection of April 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Session Skate Sim, a skateboarding simulation game. This game aims to provide an authentic skateboarding experience. Early on you might feel ready to give up. The controls are complex, simulating the real-life challenge of skateboarding. Simple tricks can take hours to master, causing frustration. However, once you get the hang of it, the satisfaction of landing a trick is unparalleled. The control system mimics real skateboarding, using the left stick for your left foot and the right stick for your right foot. Weight distribution and pressure sensitivity are crucial. Do not expect to perform multiple tricks in the air like in Tony Hawk's games. Here, pulling off a single trick after numerous attempts feels incredibly rewarding. The game does not offer much guidance, so you'll need to figure out tricks through trial and error. This can be exhausting, but it's true to the skateboarding experience. Set in New York, Philadelphia, and San Francisco, the game allows you to explore and practice tricks wherever you like. The missions guide you through the basics, but the real joy lies in the freedom to skate and learn at your own pace. The replay function lets you recreate 90s skate videos, adding to the nostalgic feel. Session Skate Sim is challenging but incredibly rewarding. It beautifully captures the essence of skateboarding, from the struggle of mastering tricks to the freedom of exploring iconic locations. If you persist through the initial difficulty, the satisfaction of success is immense. And number 2 we have The Last Spell, a dark fantasy tactical RPG with roguelite and tower defense elements that casts you as a commander of a small group of heroes. Your goal is to protect the last remaining mages as they cast a ritual to banish all magic and a deadly monster-filled mist from the world. The gameplay is divided into 2 distinct phases, day and night. During the day, you focus on city management by building defenses like barricades, repairing structures, and leveling up your heroes. At night, the game shifts into intense turn-based combat where you must hold off massive hordes of clawers, then emerge from the fog. The strategy is deep because your hero's abilities are determined by their equipment rather than fixed classes. You can equip a hammer and shield for melee or a bow for ranged attacks, allowing you to customize your playstyle. Every action point and movement point is precious, as you face an asymmetric battle, your 3 or 4 heroes against hundreds of enemies. While the pixelated art style is stunning, the difficulty is punishing. You'll likely fail many times, but the meta progression system allows you to gain Tainted Essence to unlock permanent upgrades and omens for future runs. Accompanied by a heavy metal synth soundtrack by The Algorithm, the experience is frantic and rewarding. If you enjoy being repeatedly humbled by a challenging but fair tactical sandbox, this game is absolutely for you. And number 3 we have Taxi Life, a city driving simulator. A title where you're hot behind the wheel of your own cab in a recreation of Barcelona, Spain. Your journey begins with a driving test, leading into a career of picking up passengers and navigating European traffic patterns. While the city looks decent by simulator standards, the experience is quickly marred by significant technical issues and mundane gameplay. As a driver, you have access to tactile cockpit controls, allowing you to manually adjust windows, lights, and air conditioning. However, the actual act of driving itself feels flawed. You must constantly tap triggers to keep your car from rolling at stops. You manage a patience meter for each fare, earning money and XP based on your performance. Tips are earned by engaging in small talk or fulfilling specific requests, but the core loop lacks the variety found in other profession-based simulators. The game also features light business management, letting you hire drivers and assign them shifts for passive income. Unfortunately, the AI is a major drawback. with both pedestrians and other vehicles behaving erratically, often causing unavoidable accidents that penalize your earnings. Frequent stuttering and glitches further detract from the immersion. Taxi life struggles to make the profession feel engaging. If you're looking for a relaxing way to drive while listening to a podcast, you might find some value here. However, the excessive bugs and repetitive nature mean that you'll likely find the simulation more frustrating than rewarding. At number 4 we have Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. A professional culinary management game where you create your own restaurant and strive to earn a prestigious Michelin star. From a third-person perspective, you freely navigate your kitchen, balancing the meticulous preparation of fine dining recipes with the strategic demands of business ownership. Your day begins early with prep work, ordering high-quality ingredients, chopping vegetables, and mastering recipes like steak and fries or complex French and Italian dishes. The cooking process involves intuitive minigames, requiring you to flick sticks or mash buttons to simulate kitchen tasks. Efficiency is paramount. You must multitask across various stations to ensure multiple orders are served fresh and simultaneously. To handle the rush, you can hire and manage NPC chefs, though you must monitor their responsibility meter by maintaining a clean environment and treating them well to ensure they work effectively. While the game captures the satisfying rhythm of a professional kitchen, it isn't without flaws. You might find the keyboard controls awkward, making a controller highly recommended, and encounter occasional technical bugs, such as becoming stuck in a QuickTime event or facing clumsy AI assistance. However, if the stress of the dinner rush becomes overwhelming, you can toggle accessibility options, like infinite customer patience, to create a more relaxed experience. The game nails the basics of the wannabe restaurateur fantasy. Through satisfying progression, menu customization, and restaurant decor upgrades, you feel a genuine sense of accomplishment as you build your presence and refine your craft in the competitive culinary world. At number 5 we have Steelrising. Steelrising by Spiders marks a significant leap forward for the developer, offering an enthralling Souls-like experience set in an alternate 18th century Paris. As Aegis, an intelligent automaton navigating a city besieged by killer machines amidst political upheaval, you embark on a journey full of responsive combat and satisfying exploration. The game's combat mechanics initially feel unfamiliar due to Aegis' mechanical movements, but they quickly become engaging as you balance between melee and ranged attacks while managing stamina. A unique twist adds depth, as venting heat restores energy, but causes frost damage, requiring strategic decision-making in battles against titans controlled by human minds. Exploration is a highlight, with the world peppered with chests and collectibles that encourages thorough investigation. While the level design can sometimes be confusing, discovering shortcuts and hidden areas reminiscent of Metroidvania games adds to the sense of accomplishment. Customization options abound, with various weapons and armor sets altering Aegis' abilities and stats. Upgrades are fueled by anima, which are currencies dropped by enemies, providing a satisfying sense of progression. Notably, Assist Mode offers accessibility options without penalizing progress, making the game more inclusive for players of all skill levels. Despite some flaws, including repetitive environments, Steelrising showcases Spider's growth as a developer. Aegis' journey through steampunk Paris stands as the studio's finest title yet, demonstrating their ability to craft compelling adventures in the ever-evolving Souls-like genre. At number 6 we have Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, a surreal third-person action-adventure game that transports you to the alien world of Xenozoic. You play as Pseudo, a reclusive martial arts master who unexpectedly becomes the protector of a small bird-like creature known as the Boy. This high-stakes escort mission puts you in the crosshairs of Gemini, the powerful mistress of artifacts, leading to a journey filled with bizarre creatures and heartfelt character growth reminiscent of titles like God of War. The game stands out immediately through its stunning hand-drawn aesthetic. Using a unique crosshatch shading technique, the visuals feel like a living illustration, blending vibrant colors with grotesque imaginative creature designs. Exploration is semi-open and rewards curiosity, though you may find the lack of a traditional map or quest markers occasionally frustrating as you navigate the vertical winding paths. Combat is the core of the experience, shifting from the first-person roots of the Xenoclash series to a nuanced third-person brawler. You can swap between various combat stances and special moves, which you unlock by defeating masters. A unique mechanic is the Ritual, a pre-fight dice game governed by the One Law. Winning allows you to use artifacts to debuff enemies, like summoning bees or poisoning foes, before the physical brawl begins. While the absence of a lock-on system can make multi-enemy encounters feel chaotic, the deep customization and challenging Souls-like difficulty make victories feel earned. If you appreciate the uncompromising art and creative world building, this eccentric title offers an experience unlike any other. At number 7 we have WRC Generations, a rally racing game and the final entry from Kyloton. Acting as a best-of collection, it combines highlights from previous entries with 21 countries and 165 stages, including the full 2022 WRC calendar. You'll enjoy iconic locations like Japan, New Zealand, and a redesigned Sweden with 6 new rally stages, though much of the content is reused from past games. While comprehensive, the absence of tracks like Australia and Poland is disappointing, leaving the collection feeling incomplete. Driving in WRC Generations delivers the thrill of rally racing with varied terrains, weather, and epic stages. You'll test your skill on tracks ranging from snowy straights to narrow treacherous mountain paths. The weather system adds excitement as conditions shift mid-race, requiring adaptability. While the Rally 1 hybrid cars introduce extra acceleration, the feature is largely automated, making its gameplay impact minimal. The career mode remains solid, but largely untouched since WRC 8, offering familiar progression through WRC Junior to Rally 1. New online league mode adds competitive longevity, but the game's single-player content may feel repetitive for longtime fans. Visuals are slightly improved, especially with support for features like DLSS, but sound design remains inconsistent. WRC Generations celebrates Kyloton's contributions with excellent stage designs and a robust rally experience. However, the reliance on old content and lack of groundbreaking features make it more appealing to newcomers than veterans. For fans of rally racing, this is a fitting, if not revolutionary, farewell to the series. At number 8 we have Mordheim, City of the Damned, a squad-level turn-based tactical game where you command a warband in a ruined Warhammer city shattered by a comet. You lead a group of mercenaries, ratmen, or fanatical cultists through debris-strewn streets to scavenge Weirdstone, battling rival factions like vultures over a corpse. It is essentially Warhammer XCOM with peg legs, focusing on a slow, often painful transformation of your recruits into seasoned veterans. You'll find the campaign side of the game remarkably elaborate. Between skirmishes, you manage your team's injuries and equipment, watching as your warriors grow into unique individuals. However, the combat itself can feel uninspired. Tactical options often boil down to weight of numbers rather than clever maneuvers, and you may find the fights quickly become formulaic routines. You might also struggle with the frustrating technical side. The camera often fixates on wall textures, and the bizarre default key bindings can be a hurdle. Progress is a double-edged sword. While your soldiers level up and gain strength, any downed warrior risks permanent injury or death. You may lose a veteran you've spent hours customizing to a single unlucky dice roll. If you can tolerate the slow pace, formulaic AI, and brutal RNG, you'll discover a game that thrives on tension and persistence. It is a game of attrition, where your team is forged in battle, but truly shaped by the scars they carry between them. At number 9 we have Of Orcs and Men, a gritty role-reversing action RPG that puts you in the boots of the monsters fighting against the tyrannical human empire. Instead of playing a typical hero, you control an unlikely duo, Archael, a massive rage-prone orc warrior, and Styx, a cynical stealthy goblin. Together, you embark on a desperate mission to assassinate the human emperor and end the systematic oppression and genocide of your kind. The game shines through its unique premise and the compelling chemistry between its two protagonists. You'll find their banter engaging, though the dialogue is often heavily peppered with profanity that feels somewhat juvenile. Mechanically, the experience revolves around a tactical combat system where you slow down time to queue up abilities. You must strategically switch between Archael's brute force and Styx's precision, managing Archael's berserk mode to ensure he doesn't lose control and attack his partner. However, your journey is hindered by significant technical and design flaws. You're confined to extremely linear, corridor-like environments that offer almost no room for exploration. While the character models are detailed and the world is visually striking, the stiff animations and clunky camera often break the immersion. The RPG elements, such as loot and character customization, feel shallow compared to genre giants. Of Orcs and Men offers a fascinating story and a refreshing perspective on fantasy tropes, but you may find a repetitive gameplay and restrictive level design prevent it from reaching its full potential. And that's all for this bundle. The Nacon collection is a massive win for your Steam library, packing $280 worth of games for just $15. Whether you're grinding the technical streets of Session Skate Sim, surviving the brutal tactical nights in The Last Spell, or exploring Steelrising, there's serious value here. With every title Steam Deck verified or playable, it's a portable powerhouse. Scoop this up to support special effect and level up your collection before the timer hits 0. Don't sleep on this loot. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.